Welcome to the first edition of the Life and Times of Nowhereland. We are in the capital city of Athens. I hope I am saying that right. And here's a little map of the city. This is in the northern, kind of northwestern or north central part of the world of Nowhereland. And this town has been around for a while. The owner of the server, Mr. Shelby Blue, lives here, and so does MJ Sully. And they both have done a lot to contribute to Nowhereland, keep it running, and make it a popular server, and to build this huge place. Athens is kind of like the center of the world. People meet here all the time before they go to other parts of the server. It's got a great shop, few shops actually, and it's where a lot of players come when they first get on the server and they join this town. And I'll show you some more of this town. And this town is becoming larger and larger by the day. So here's a little tour of the town. I think this is the duck pond. And other people live here, like Rainbow Panda 46 lives here. And they have farms, and they're also working on a new bridge. I think it's already completed, and I'll show you their bridge real quick. There is the magnificent bridge that I think MJ Sully completed. In the distance, you can see another highway portal tower that Ike or Aikido Red completed. Let's take a trip over the bridge real quick. It is nighttime, so we could see monsters any second, but we'll go over the bridge real quick. So here's the awesome new bridge. We use the term bridge to nowhere sometimes because nothing is built here yet, but there's lots of potential here, and you're probably going to see lots of buildings covering all this area any moment now. The sign right here says that this is an embassy road expansion, so you could build an embassy over here to represent your town, and you could sell stuff there or do whatever you want with it. So we are going to go back into the town for one more view. And they have a very big industrial area in this town, and they are always adding more and more to it. All right, this concludes our quick tour of Athens. And in the next part of the video, we will jump to the new town of Tribeca. All right, now we are in the newer town of Tribeca, and Tribeca is run mainly by Ike or Aikido Red and Ryellen or Rye, and I think the two of them have been working really hard on this town. You can get to this town from Athens and from other towns using the Nether Highway, and the Nether Highway is a path of packed ice, and you can use a boat on it to travel really fast through the Nether. So let's take a quick tour of Tribeca. Tribeca is in the southern, central, kind of eastern part of the Nowhereland server. And this is a brand new house in Tribeca that's really high up. And we'll go up it real quick so you can get a view of this great town. And I call Ike the master engineer, or just the engineer of Nowhere Land, because they build everything. Okay, check out, that's a super smelter, I believe, and there's another great house, great building in the background. We'll do a little quick 360 of this area. This is a part of the server where there's lots of acacia trees. We've got some beacons too, which is always great. And I'm pretty sure there's a shop here. I haven't shopped at it yet, but we'll save that for another episode. All right, so we can head back down. That is Tribeca. And we're going to see lots of great things in this town. I'm sure it'll be built up more and more each day. Our next town that we will go to is Ortrum, which used to be called Tribeca. And I will see you soon. All right, now we're in the town of Ortrum, and this town used to be called Tribeca. There's a lot of history of this town. This town is in the center of the world. And many players, when they first join the server for the first time, they spawn close to this world. You can spawn anywhere, but I've seen a lot of players spawn around here. So let's take a tour through Ortrum. Ortrum is owned by Purpley7, and Purpley7 and Mr. Shelby, the owner, they've been playing the server for a long time. So they know all the history, and there's definitely a lot of history of this town. But let's take a look around real quick. Right now, Purpley is in the process of rebuilding this town and bringing back all of its glory. So there's all these to-do list of things that he wants to add to this town. One cool thing about this town is that it has embassies, and an embassy, for example, this place right here, the Tribeca Cavern Company, an embassy is a place, a building that a player can buy and use it, but they don't have to be a member of the town. So it's kind of cool. Ortrum has lots of different streets, and they're all named, which is really cool. There's like Gold Street and Dragon Street. And this, I believe, was the credit union. Let's see. Oh, Shelby Vault Company. I was not familiar with this. That is pretty cool. We'll get another little view of the town through here. And we can head back down. And this is a great area to start a town because it's in the center of the world. So there's easy access to the rest of the world. And Ike, Mr. Engineer, is working on connecting this town to the Nether Highway. And once you're connected to the Nether Highway, it's very easy for you to get around the world and for other players to get to your town, which is great, especially if you're trying to recruit people to live in your town, or if you have a shop you want them to buy from. Okay, but we are going to leave this town now, and next we are going to Foodteria, which I think is called Terrateria now. But I will show you more about that town in 1 second. All right, welcome back. We are now in the colony of Terrateria, but this also used to be called Foodteria, and this was created by a player named Mr. T. Schneitzel. There's a little map, and let's take a look around this town real quick. I believe there used to be a beacon here, so that may come back in the future. This town, something happened to it where Mr. T lost control of it or something like that. So I think it used to have a little more going on, but it's a really cool looking town because it has that Western look, old Western, like you're walking into a saloon or something. And there's a lot of cool details in this town. This looks like a bank. There's a gun store. It's kind of funny that we cannot go into right now. It's like a church. It kind of looks like that show on HBO called Westworld. It always reminds me of that when I see it. And Mr. T, like MJ Sully, is a moderator on this server, so they can help you out if you ever need it. And this town, a lot of people don't know, this town does have a connection to the Nether Highway, but you don't want to go back into this part of the Nether. You want to go over to this tower over here. And if you get to that tower, you will reach the Nether Highway that Ike and Rai created. That's very helpful. And our next town we will visit is on the Nether Highway, and it is called Twilight Crow Cove. So I will see you there soon. Okay, a change in plans because this is the Nether portal area for Twilight Crow Cove, and it looks like the Nether portal has been destroyed. So we will not be visiting that town in this episode. We will have to visit it in the next episode of The Life and Times of Nowhereland. So our next town will be Isla Oscura, which of course means Dark Island, and the nearby town of Polus will be there too. So let's go there now. Okay, now we are in the town of Isla Oscura. This is my town. We came from the Nether Highway, and we'll take a quick water elevator down. This town is located in the southwestern tip of the world, and it seems kind of far from everything, but with the Nether Highway, it is really easy to get to this town. So once you get here, you can go straight to a shop, hopefully find some items you need, and I'm going to take you quickly to the town of Polis, which is the neighbor of Isla Oscura. This is my town, and I'm still working on a bridge that'll take you over to Polis. You can also get to Polis easily through the Nether area. But I'll show you the bridge real quick, and I'll show you Polis, who is owned by the player Leaktau. And this bridge is incomplete. Alright, we're almost there. There's the town. And this area has lots of islands. And it's kind of fun to make a town on an island sometimes because you have a limited area you work with. And there are going to be some mobs, so we'll fight them real quick. When you make a town on this server, you can turn mob spawning off in your town, but you don't have to. Alright, let's get away from these mobs, and I'll show you more. I like this castle structure that he made. It's pretty cool. He's working on some other... Oh, this is cool. Really large portal. Nice design of the floor. And there's some more going on back here. And all of these towns can use more residents. Athens Rec probably has the most residents, and I think Tribeca probably has a good handful. But of all these other towns are ready to take more players in to join the town, and they can help you with resources and with a place to build a base or a house. That is it. I'm going to stop there. And this has been the first episode of the life and times of Nowhereland. And if you would like to be featured in one of these videos, if you have a project you're working on and you want to show it off, then definitely let me know and I can add it to the video. Alright, and if you're not playing on the Nowhereland server, definitely join as soon as you can. It'll ask you to register a password whenever you join, and definitely join our Discord, and I'll put all the information in the notes for the video. Alright, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my videos. I am MarkOz77, and I hope to bring you many more episodes of the life and times of the Nowhereland server. Thanks a lot.